Hello, this is Preacher Jim. You're watching The Truth Store. PJ, you can call me. I just thought I'd add a little something video. It's been on my heart lately, listening to the conservative versus Democrat, liberals versus conservative, Democrats against Republicans and vice versa, independents, and all these different movements, how the United States is divided, one against another. I won't bore you with the old saying, not united we stand, divided we fall, but my principle today, my burden is this. I'd like to ask you a question. If you drive a Ford, would you deny Henry, who created the Ford? You see, you can't have a Ford without Henry Ford. It's very simple. So if someone say, well, I drive a Ford, but I don't believe Henry existed. Well, then you don't have a Ford then. You have a car, but it's not a Ford, because if Henry didn't exist, you would not be driving a Ford. Well, so it is with the conservative movement, and so it is with our nation. Our nation would not exist if it were not for God. He is the one who our founding fathers depended upon. And with an unbiased look, whether you're a preacher or not, if you were to look at the scriptures all throughout the tourist sites in the Capitol, all throughout our American literature at the Library of Congress, you will see that our founding fathers depended on the God of the Bible, the Judeo-Christian ethics, the principles, the Ten Commandments. Yes, we have freedom of religion, freedom of all religions, and that's because we are a Christian-based principle nation. Now, we're not a theocracy, we're a republic. My point is this. Without God, there is no such thing as a conservative movement. And I hear everybody talking about conservative versus liberal, the left versus the right. Well, I want to ask, conservative compared to what? Liberal compared to what? Left compared to whom? Right compared to whom? You see, without God, there is no left or right. Without an absolute standard of morality, there is no right or wrong. We must have God back in our conservative movement. That's my message to the Tea Partiers. It's not about electing a Republican president or Republican senators or conservative Democrats. It's about bringing God back into our personal lives, us first, and then let's serve our nation. I remember somewhere reading, and I could find it again if I were challenged, that it was in the early documents of our founding fathers that if they were not a good standing member of their personal church, they were considered not worthy to serve in government. Things have changed now, haven't they? Well, my message to all conservatives, independents, Republicans, and Democrats alike, let's save our nation. Let's not let the liberals, those who would despise the Constitution, remove our God from us and our nation as well. This is Pastor Jim, and that's my burden. Return unto God. You see, God says this, they labor in vain. They that build a house labor in vain unless God is with them. You can prepare a horse for battle, but safety comes from the Lord. How arrogant can we be that we can think we can defeat our enemies without God? Remember what happened after 9/11? We all flooded our churches. But the media quickly let us do it for a week or two, maybe even a month, but they quickly got our minds off it with what I call bread and circus, entertainment, and spending money to help the economy. But don't talk about God. I think that was a wake-up call. As other little things have happened to our nation, it's a wake-up call. God says this, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and turn from their wicked ways and seek my face, then will I hear from heaven, forgive their sins, and heal their land. This is Pastor Jim. That was my burden. Come back to God. Without God, it's all in vain.